If you're a complete beginner coming back to the guitar, or you just want to sharpen your skills, head to the Skill Builder section. Diagonal Pentatonic Shape 7, kind of a bonus shape. Make sure to stick around for the Skill Builder. We are going to go into it on this one. There is so much to be had here. All right, here we go. 2, ready, go. All right, Skill Builder, if we're here, that means that we really are feeling comfortable and pretty confident in our pentatonic shapes. When I taught them to you, I taught you in the key of G. That means that we've got everything going from shape 5, shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, shape 4, okay? And guess what? We're up to that octave. We're up to that 12th fret. So if we're here, that means we're feeling pretty comfortable with all those. Our dexterity's feeling okay. Our alternate picking is definitely starting to feel okay and feel good. We're starting to see the shapes maybe just barely as they go through. We're starting to actually visualize them on the frets. Now, our diagonal shape is going to be one of our biggest. We are going to play through this a lot. We're going to play it for the rest of our life. I love this shape. It's versatile. It's amazing. And it's so safe. You can always come back to it and you can always sound fantastic. So this shape, watch through all the phases, not just to learn where you're at, but you want to learn where you're going so that we can have that clarity and we can stay present as we go through it. So phase 1 in this shape, this is a big one. We're going to be sliding for the first time, really. We're going to be down on that 3rd fret with our index finger, no metronome. If we have the app going and it's clicking, we just have a timer on this practice, but we're not trying to play on time. We're not too worried about it. If we can alternate pick perfectly, great, but we're kind of left-hand focused. 3rd fret on that G note, we're gonna pick, slide. So index, ring, slide. Okay, and then it's index, ring again, and then index, ring, slide. And then index, ring, and then middle finger. Okay, I'm talking to you about lanes right there. So if our fingers got off or hit something else, or we wanted to know what numbers they were, that's okay. But try to look back and think about our lanes. If I start on the 3rd fret and I'm on my lane, I've got 3 with my index, 4 with my middle, ring, pinky. You get the gist. But as I move, index, ring, slide, I now have new lanes, right? But I'm gonna stay in them. So if I said index, ring, it's that 5, 7, 5, 7 slide, and guess what? We moved our lanes again. So we're back when I say index, ring, middle, and we're back in those lanes. Now, something we should be just trying to see, if we don't right away, it's okay. But we are in our shape 3 major pentatonic. Technically, it's our C shape. Okay, we'll get to that later, because if I played a C shape, I'd be playing a G chord. But for right now, I want us to really try to see, our first note is our 5th shape and our 1st shape in G. And then as we move into our 2nd, we're actually in our shape 2 position. Now, I taught you this with middle pinky, middle pinky, middle pinky. And if you say to yourself, Micah, why did you do that to me? It's because we got a hand, guys, and we got 4 fingers, and we're working on dexterity. And this is our first time we're working on our power fingers and staying in our lanes. So if we don't have to use our pinky on this one, sure, we won't. But trust me, that dexterity for that pinky, learning to play the drill this way, is going to help you later when you're playing chords that have your pinky in it, or you're playing licks that have your pinky in it. But now, when we're going around this, phase 1 of this is going to be really playing this shape. So let's try it together, working our way straight up. Index, ring, slide to start, 3rd fret, ready, go. Now index, ring, slide. index ring, and then middle finger to end it. We're going to stop on the middle finger. If you remember back to the shape 3, we have notes above it. You could go to those notes, but I really love in this situation to start root to root. It works out perfectly with what we're teaching. If you head over to shape 6, it's going to have a little more starting on different notes. But this shape 7 in G is really root to root. As you get comfortable going from bottom to top, maybe a few times, on this one you can probably go ahead and start right away going backwards in phase 1. So we're going to have that middle finger. This is going to feel weird. Back to the other string, ring, index. And then it's going down a string. I like to go ring, slide, index. And then it's ring, index, ring, slide, index. Okay, take time. Work from the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. That's going to be phase 1 of this shape 7 pentatonic diagonal drill in the key of G. I know I'm saying a lot, but I promise you'll click. It's like 3 things. We'll get it. All right, see you on phase 2. Okay, phase 2 of our shape 7 diagonal pentatonic in the key of G. We started to get comfortable. We can go from the bottom to the top and back. Our alternate picking is pretty good, maybe even perfect. We're starting to feel our slides just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and start linking up with the metronome. So we're going to go root to root, bottom to top, starting on a G, which is that 3rd fret. Here we go. 2, ready, go. Index ring, slide. Index ring. Okay, we're going to work back. Cool. That should feel super comfortable. We should do that for a while. Maybe a week, maybe 3 days, maybe longer. Definitely 3 days. Keep it consistent. Should be feeling fairly comfortable. Maybe we're working up on the metronome. That'll be our phase 2 of this drill. All right, phase 3. Here we go. This is a big one. It's super exciting, but it can also be tough. So depending on what that is, don't be too hard on yourself. Stay present. If we get here and we have a result like, hey, it's not quite clicking, don't worry. That's going to teach us a lot about clarity and where we're at. And remember, we're not too worried about where we're at. We just need to know where we're at. Sometimes, though, our mind can think we're in different places, and we're still learning that. So this is a huge moment. It will either be A, really exciting and super fun, or B, pretty tough, maybe even a little bit discouraging. But that discouragement can get absolutely hammered super fast, because if you're here, you've made it through the other ones and you're feeling pretty good. If we get to this element and we add it in and it feels like nails on the chalkboard, it doesn't quite click, don't get too discouraged. This just means that our drills aren't quite fluid enough, our muscle memory isn't quite consistent enough, and we're not quite seeing it. So if we just seek consistency, don't even worry that much about clarity or presence in this situation. Try to circle back to consistency. It just means we just need a little bit more of muscle memory and control. If, however, this is turning into a light bulb moment, you're going, oh my gosh, I'm playing the music for the first time. I'm starting to feel it. Then we also know exactly where we're at. So if we're A, get excited because you're almost there. Stay present, though, to where it's at. If you're B, that's awesome. We've officially started the loop. So on this phase, we're bringing music in. We're bringing a third element into our practice world. We're no longer just us. We're no longer just tied to a metronome. We are starting to jam. It's a really exciting moment. Now, we have bumpers. We're staying in between the lines. We're staying in between our shape. I'll teach you to break this shape later, but for right now, we're staying in the shape. It's safe. It's amazing. There'll always be good notes. It's always there for you, okay? It's like a booby when you're a kid or a teddy bear or whatever, and like, sure, maybe I had a teddy bear. That's fine. I'm not ashamed. We were friends until I was like 9 years old. Everything's cool. This scale is going to be like that, okay? It's just a great place to go where you're just pretty much never going to be wrong if you put it in the right place. So here we go. I'm going to put on some music in the back. We're going to try to run this scale. Run it like a scale first. Just try and play along to the music in time. All right? Let's have a listen. Here we go. All right, starting on that G. I'm going to stop on that root, I'm going to relax, and I'm going to work my way backwards. Sweet. Maybe we did that, maybe we didn't, maybe it felt okay. Run through that again, find a track that works, okay? Now, if that felt comfortable, we could start going faster with our practice regimen. Same scale, in time, a little quicker. Now, when I say a little quicker, that was quick, right? So if that was fast, then go back to the other way and build it up. Now, let's say that's getting comfortable though. You're playing with music. You're starting to feel good about it. Now we can start adjusting our tempos. A little slower, a little faster. This is gonna feel like you are playing music. It's gonna be super fun. Any song that you find in the key of G or E minor, this is gonna work for, okay? We're also gonna start running past our root notes. So I'm gonna go past, and I might even go down below our root note. So we're starting to learn how to access our notes above and below our guitar as we see our shapes, right? That means you're visualizing your shapes. If you don't see that, that's okay. Head back to that maybe shape 3 pentatonic and play it a few times to see the high side. On the bottom side, we'll see that shape 5 and that shape 1, and we'll get below it. Okay, but now we're gonna start kind of cooking this with the gas pedal. Think kind of slowly faster and then slowly slower. This is gonna feel really weird. It might even feel really, really weird for some of y'all because you want to stay on time so much. Others, you might feel a little more free, wandering around with your tempos. Think about it like a gas pedal. Be nice to yourself, be slow, stay inside the box and the parameters of the shape. Here we go. Slow. Slowly faster. Feel the pacing, right? A little slower, a little faster. Maybe I want to go above. I love those root notes, stopping on them if we can. Okay. Now I talked about root notes. That's something we're still building, and that's a foundation that's still growing. But in this case, we're starting on a root. We're passing through a root, and we're meeting another root. Okay? Don't get too caught up in that, but around this phase, we should start hearing those notes coming together. Cool? So, head to the next one. The mental mindset's going to be really important. It's the same really as the shape 6, but these diagonal shells, these are massive. These are pivotal moments where we are starting to connect the dots. We are starting to play music, and we're starting to play music with other people and other things, which is so fun. I love just sitting around and just picking up the guitar, jamming to a song, whether I'm having coffee or I'm with my friends, or just talking the language of music. All right. Mental mindset. Where am I? How did I get here? If you're watching shape 6, I put the same mental mindset on both diagonal shapes. I'm actually telling you slightly different information because they apply slightly different to the key of G, E minor, and the key of C, A minor. So if you're watching that thinking, well, that's the same mental mindset. Yes, but there are things to be had here that are slightly different. And this is a pivotal moment in your guitar playing. Okay, where am I? Here's the gist. If you try to apply your playing to a track, whether it's to an artist or a jam track, and it feels like nails on a chalkboard, do not worry. It is okay, but that means that we need a little more time, a little more muscle memory, and we need a little more clarity around our drills. It means we're not quite seeing them yet. It means they're not fully comfortable. So we just want to circle back to the number one thing. What is our number one thing? Consistency. Even if we're not super clear, but we stay consistent. I made this joke on the other one. I believe it to the moon and back. You will bust down that wall like the friggin' Kool-Aid man coming through a cement block, okay? I promise. Consistency will breed a desire for clarity, and that clarity will result in presence. It means that you are doing awesome. Trust me, you have gotten really far even if you get there and the jam track doesn't work. You're doing great and you're closer than you think. I've seen this for a million times as I teach students. They think they are a lot further than they are. So we're going to teach us how to get that barometer. Where are we at? Here's where we're at. If it's not quite clicking with a jam track or with playing, as we start these diagonal scales and then circle those scales back on shape 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 to be played with music, we just need a little bit more time. Just a little bit more consistency and time. I mean, you've already made it through the 5 shapes. I promise you, if you're through the 5 shapes, your hand's starting to move. Give it a little bit more time, stay present. Now, the other option, it did. It clicked. The light bulb went off. Your heart got happy. You got a rush of endorphins. You felt excited because you played to music for the first time in your life. And you knew what you were doing. It wasn't an accident. Things aren't just floating around the guitar. You're starting to just barely see the shapes, and your dexterity and control are coming together. Man, it is awesome. It's such a feeling. It's such a sensation. You did it. You hit the delayed gratification loop. Guitar is a delayed gratification process, but you hit it, okay? If you haven't hit it, just a little bit of consistency and circling on the scales and drills and chords. But if you hit it, it's really exciting. You're starting to play along with the track. You're starting to feel it, and it feels really, really fun. Mental mindset, where am I? This is one of those big road meetings where you get to find out for the first time exactly where you are. And now you can push forward from that spot, knowing everything that you do going forward will have a probably fairly similar cycle. You'll have a phase that feels a little tough, things feel a little disjointed, and then it clicks. And all that work behind you ends up coming with you and being present. So now you're enjoying the fruits of your labor of the past, and you're working forward on your next piece. And it's not actually like a straight plateau, fall off success. You are actually making little increments of progress. If you're checking the app, you're probably seeing that. Maybe you're seeing your speed go up. Maybe you're seeing your speed go down because you went back and you worked on clarity and technique, and you made an adjustment, which needed you to slow down so your tone gets better, right? But you're seeing it. You're feeling it. You're playing with the track. I love this one. How did I get in this nutshell? Where am I? Here's your quantifier. You'll know exactly where you're at. If you are able to start playing these scales to a song and to some music, guess what? The delayed gratification is happening. You really start playing. You're seeing the shapes. If you're not quite there yet, I promise you are not nearly as far as you think. You're probably very close. It may be days, or weeks. Week singular. It's probably not that far. You're probably very close. You're just not seeing the clarity enough to add a third element into the party and try to play along with it. Okay? If this is not quite comfortable, this will feel jarring. But if this feels comfortable, if those scales and the lead playings are starting to feel comfortable, guess what? You'll be able to start attacking into that other world, other people's music, other jam tracks, friends, and playing. Okay? You're doing fantastic. Learn to figure out where you're at on the spectrum. Don't worry about where you're at. Stay present to it. Stay consistent, and you will push through. You will just power through. You'll absolutely get the things you want. Okay? You're doing fantastic. Hey, you made it this far, and that is absolutely awesome. That means that you truly care about learning and understanding. That's why I built FretRepz for you. It offers clarity, tracks progress, and turns drills into real skills. No more wasted time, no more guessing. Head to the link below or go to FretRepz.com and give it a try. Also, if you found this information helpful, please subscribe and ring that notification bell because we got plenty more coming. FretRepz. Practice smarter, play better.